Life happens, and it forces you to make these adjustments in order to ultimately get what it is that you want. And it's got to be bigger than you. If it's just for yourself, the amount of energy that you're going to be able to generate when you're rallying for yourself is only going to be so much. It's the reason when Muhammad Ali fought George Foreman, why he put Africa on his back. It's because he knew that this was going to be the fight of a century. Ali is the champ. He's the champ, but he recognizes he's a man too, and he can't be beat. He recognized strength and power. He saw George Foreman. He would have studied the films. He would have studied the tapes. He would have saw how George was decimating his opponents left and right in the speed and power in which he was doing so. So he would have saw clips and videos of George working out and hitting the heavy bag, and he would have been thinking in his mind, this man in his prime, unleashing this type of power on me, how long can my body handle standing toe-to-toe, going blow after blow, So he had to come up with a game plan. He had to come up with a strategy in mind to sit there and think, how can I beat Big George in 9? And part of his strategy was, I gotta put Africa on my back. I gotta put her on my back, and I gotta carry her. I gotta create a situation in my mind where if I win, Africa wins. And if I lose, Africa loses. Ali was the people's champ. Ali was hope. He was inspiration. He wanted to represent that. And so when he went into that fight, he was fighting for the Africans. He was fighting for his people. He wasn't just fighting for himself. So when it came to being in the ring with George Foreman and to have George Foreman beating on you, this was his strategy. I'm gonna step into this ring and I'm gonna take a beating. Of all the ways that you tried to come up with on how to win a fight, how many people actually sit there and come up with a plan like, well, I'm going to take a beating first, and then I'm going to fight back. And if you watch what George Foreman was doing to his opponents back then, you would have been thinking, man, so you're telling me that you're going to stand in front of this dude and let him pound on your body? I'm sure when Ali hashed out his plan, or when his training camp hashed out that plan, somebody had to be like, man, y'all crazy. Y'all out of y'all mind. You gonna stand in front of George Foreman and let him in his prime beat on your body? And then you going to, with the intentions of wearing him out, wait, and then fight back? Come on, man. Come on. That's why to me, Ali is the greatest. Because it takes sacrifice. It takes sacrifice if you want it bad enough. If you want it where, you have to have it to be right in your spirit and your soul, it's gonna take sacrifice. And a lot of times you gotta be willing to put your body out there. You gotta take blows. You gotta take some nasty blows from life to show and prove, hey, I'm worthy to have this victory. Like Ali, I made it bigger than me. This created a boost in energy. Greatness awaits, now let's make history. Let's live life at a new level of intensity. Being the greatest of all time echoes my destiny. Muhammad Ali will forever be a mentor to me. Rest in peace, King.